Where's your focus today? We all focus on achieving our project, to getting to the end of our goal, to reaching the end of a project, to achieving the launch of a new product. We all focus on usually getting to that end result. We all want our business to succeed. Whether you're the business owner or you're an employee, we all want our business to succeed. And most leaders typically are focused on that outcome, focused on the result of what you're trying to accomplish, which is a good thing. It's good to be focused to a point on the result. We spend a lot of time focused on getting these outcomes because that's the goal. That's where we're headed. That's what we want to accomplish. And strategic planning, when we do strategic planning, it's all about the outcomes. It's about getting to that end result, end point. And when we operate from this outcome focus, it's not really going to get you where you want to be. If you're just focused on the outcome, yes, you need to know where you're going. Yes, you need to have a goal. Yes, you need to be focused on that goal. But if you don't know how you're going to get there, it's going to be a little hard. So if you're only focused on the result, the outcome, you're going to find yourself sorely disappointed, I suppose. And so in order to get the results that you really want, you need to shift to a more being prepared focus. That kind of a mindset, a preparedness mindset. In other words, what are you doing? Results are important. Results aren't always in your control. But how you prepare for them, how you prepare the path to get there is in your control. So I'm going to talk about 3 different places that you need to put your focus, not so much on the end result, although that is important because you need to know where you want to end up. But in order to get there, you've got to focus in other places. So the first place that you need to focus is you as the leader. And I'm talking to leaders today. So if you're leading a business, if you're leading an organization, if you're leading a team, if you're leading a department, whatever, you need to put your focus on being the best version of yourself first. You have to show up every single day in a perfect way. You've got to be on spot every day. You've got to show up being driven, being energized, being enthusiastic about moving forward to that goal. Because if you're not showing up as your best version of yourself, then the people who are following you, who you work with, will not show up as the best version of themselves. And then things will start spiraling out of control because we're not giving our best. You have to hold yourself accountable to this. You can't just pop in, pop out, but you've got to hold yourself accountable. So focus on the best skills that you have and put them to use every single day and show up as the best version of you. The second place to put your focus is always being prepared. Always be prepared. Kind of like Boy Scout motto, I guess. The outcomes that you get, the goal that you're working on a project, the outcome that you get isn't necessarily on you. There are other forces that will come into play that will impact that. And so what outcome you get isn't necessarily going to be based on what you do. So you need to have a plan for all the things that are going to happen. No matter what happens, you need to have a plan, which means you have had to take time to think through it and think about all of the struggles and all of the obstacles that might come up and how you're going to deal with them. It's like when COVID hit a year ago. We all thought, oh, okay, well, we got to social distance and, maybe businesses got shut down initially. We got to shut down. We all thought maybe a couple of months, 3 at the most. And now it's been almost a year. If you're a business owner or you're an employee in a business that got shut down, that's an outcome you didn't see coming. That's an outcome you probably weren't prepared for. That's an outcome you can't control because somebody else is in control of that outcome. But if you had gone through a process in your business of thinking about, what if I can't do business? What if something happens and I can't do my business? How am I going to stay in business? You have to figure out what impacts your business the most. And then build a plan for how you're going to deal with that. Build a plan of action for all these things that might happen. Could you have thought about a pandemic? Well, yeah, you could have. That would have been a little far-reaching. But could you have thought about power going out and you can't run your business? Could you have thought about a fire burning down your business and now you have no business? Same kind of a scenario. Your employees would be without a job. You can't provide services to your community. And how will you overcome that? You have to consider what the potential impact is of all of these circumstances. So this means you've got to spend some time alone thinking through and dwelling on the process and dwelling on where you're going and dwelling on what can happen. So you have to consider the potential impact and what the possible outcomes will be, and then prepare for them. And once you prepare for them, then you can move forward. So remember that one. Consider the potential impacts of whatever obstacles you perceive. What are the possible outcomes if that happens? How can you prepare for them? And then move forward once you know how you're going to prepare. The more prepared you are, the less stressful it will be in the heat of the moment when things happen and everybody's stressed and there's chaos. The more prepared you are, the less stressful you'll be as a leader. The third place you need to focus as a leader is on being better. Did you do everything in your power to get to the point where you are today? If you didn't, that means you can do more. That means you can go farther. You can get more done. If things fell apart, ask yourself, did you do everything in your power to get to this point, even though it fell apart? Did you do everything in your power? If you did, then the outcome's not on you. It's not your responsibility. You did everything you could do. You just need to figure out what it is that you need to focus on so that you can move your business forward, so that you can move the project forward. Even though all of these outside forces are going to come and attack you and challenge you, if you did everything that you could to prepare for that and get to that spot, it wasn't your fault. So you need to focus on being better. That means you've got to improve yourself, improve your skills, improve your knowledge, improve your personal development, improve your mindset, improve your emotional intelligence, all of that. If you want to get further in your business, if you want to get further down the road, don't focus so much on the results that you want, but instead focus on the actions that you need to take today and tomorrow and next week and next month. If you focus on those instead of the result that you're trying to get, focus more on the actions you're going to take, you will find that you get the results that you want. It's an interesting equation. We tell people to set a goal and focus on your goal and keep your goal up here all the time and think about it. And yes, you should. But you have to have a plan. You have to know how you're going to get there. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to get there. As the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so make sure you have a plan. Make sure that you're focused on what you need to do to get to that result. And don't be so focused on the result itself. Because then you'll just be frustrated. Because it's like it's always out there. It's like you're not ever getting there. If you turn around and look behind you at where you've come, oh my gosh, you've come a long ways. So focus on the actions you need to take and not so much the results you're trying to get. I'm Mark Schinnerer with your Thursday Thoughts. I hope you have a great day. I hope it's, the week is getting close to being over again. Second week in January. I hope you have written down your goals. I hope you have created a plan to accomplish them. That's where it all starts. I'm rooting for you to achieve your goals and to achieve the success you want this year. Create a plan and take action to get there. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.